A modern Latin play written by Stefano Vittori and performed by him too. Haven't you seen the video of this? I'll link it down in the description. It's incredible. It was incredible to actually see this play, to see these actors, who happen to be also friends of mine and colleagues, perform an original Latin play written excellently and beautifully in actual meter, just like a playwright might have done, like Seneca, who was actually wrote tragedies, or certain his comedies like Terence and Plautus, but really, really well done. And what's nice about this edition, which is from the Contubernales. Oh, look, I did the introduction. Yeah, okay. So I'm obviously something I'm associated with, if only peripherally. So keep that in mind. This is the version which has the English and the Latin. So you got the Latin on the one side and the English on the other. Also, love how the English is on the awkward side. The left side is the awkward side, which is how we should do this, I think. You want the target language that you're trying to understand best in the more comfortable position, which is usually on the right. And then the language that you're using to help interpret it on the left, the opposite of what lobes do. So this is fantastic. Fully macronized, of course, and the translation is nice and clear, easy to follow. I mean, what's so amazing about this is it's so good. I mean, I love Stefano as a friend. I love his work so much. It's amazing. So, I have so many good things to say about it. But when I try to be objective about it, it's hard for me to deem this as something that is lesser than classical or other ancient works simply because it was made in the modern era. I just think it very much stands toe-to-toe with the work like, I don't know, a tragedy by Seneca or something like that from antiquity, because it's just so well done. Stefano so completely mastered the Latin language in its entirety, colloquial language, poetry, obviously, tragedy, comedy, and prose. So this is something that is part of the Latin canon now, and rightly so. So this is Neo-Latin in the sense that it was, made in the past couple centuries, but it is entirely consistent with the Latin language, the ancient Latin language. And what's so great about Stefano and his poetry too, which is this, of course, it's all in meter, it's all poetry, is that he's not beholden to the to everything that's in classical antiquity. So he, being a modern person, has had all these other things in culture that exist, including modern ideas and Medeae Daemones. It's about Medea. So I'm not going to spoil it for you if you know nothing about Medea in mythology, because you can get a lot out of just seeing this on its own. So I'd say in this work there is Stefano and there's also us, because we're of this modern time too. So it's both consistent in its ethos and as well as the language and everything in the ancient period and in the mythology, as well as having something that we can rather easily understand and relate to and emote with. It's a beautifully written tragedy. I really recommend you get it. Obviously I my recommendation in written form is there as well. But I do really feel that way. Here also is the Nubes version, which has the Italian translation. I think there's an English one too, as well as the beautiful comic strip for, again, the whole play, which is fantastic. But these are different, wonderful ways of interacting with this work. I mean, this is just so important that people are doing this. So anyway, I do very much recommend the book if you get the chance to read it and to experience this tragedy by Stefano Vittori in some way. I'd love to hear about it in the comments. So anyway, gratias, pobisago, et valete.